Hey there! So, my name is Catherine, and I am a photographer and also a student of Saiklod, whose real name is Ajahn Tong, and he is the vice abbot of the Buddhist temple Wat Thamkrabok, located in Lop Buri, Thailand. As you can see from my GoFundMe, I have created a fundraising page for Saiklod's latest environmental project. He now needs funding for a project to make these sort of mini barbecues. So I'll show you some pictures in the next step of this video, the next part. But essentially he is making them because charcoal is a much more affordable alternative to use as a means for cooking compared to gas, which can be quite expensive in Thailand. So he wants to make these machines and distribute them to the local Thai community in order to support everyone around him and to make life easier for others. This is a photo of Saiklod, his assistant Kate, and myself, taken back in September of 2016 when I first met him. This is Saiklod, also known as Ajahn Tong. He has been a Buddhist monk for over 40 years and is an avid environmentalist. And this is the inside of part of his workshop, where he has some local school children visiting to learn about environmentalism. Here, Saiklod is giving a lecture to students from a local Thai middle school on plant propagation, which is a method to regrow a plant by using one of its leaves. Saiklod often gives lectures in this exact setting to any visitors that come to his workshop. This is Saiklod with his charcoal briquette machine, which is the machine that turns objects such as bamboo and fruit into charcoal. And it's a process that often takes 8 hours or more before the items are actually turned into charcoal. Here we have the stove rockets, or as I called them before, mini barbecues. So they're called stove rockets, and these will operate on charcoal. So Saiklod already creates charcoal inside of his workshop in the temple and gives it out to his local community. So he's going to use the money from this fundraiser to create these stove rockets, teach other people how to make them, and also donate them out. So he will be donating charcoal and these stove rockets that people can use the charcoal with in order to cook in their homes. Here we see Pra Alien and Pra Philip, who are two students of Saiklod currently living and working under him, and they're cutting a piece of bamboo which was sourced from Saiklod's bamboo forest, which Saiklod planted around 30 years ago, and this bamboo will be turned into charcoal. So Saiklod turns bamboo into charcoal, but also here custard apples and mangosteen. So here they are before the charcoal process and after the charcoal process. So the mangosteen and custard apples can be consumed for health properties and the bamboo used as fuel. Saiklod is teaching visitors about how the charcoal briquette machine works. He's holding mangosteen to show visitors that fruit can be turned into charcoal and explaining it can be consumed. And now he's holding a piece of bamboo which has been turned into charcoal. He offers visitors a hands-on experience to touch the charcoal and see exactly how the machine works. And here, Prof. Philip can be seen assisting him. So the students will approach the machine and start touching the charcoal themselves. In March of 2020, I sent my photographs to an organization called the Pollination Project, based out in California, that gives out micro grants for environmental change. And we won! We received $1,000. I transferred the money to Saiklod, and he built a pyrolysis machine with the funds. And I just want to cover how important it is that Saiklod makes these rocket stoves. So he's going to make them from scratch and also in the process teach other people that visit his workshop how to make them. Here's a diagram of exactly how the stove rocket works. So instead of using wood, Saiklod would provide people with charcoal to put in place of normal wood, which could then be set alight and used to cook food. So this is a stove rocket for sale on Amazon, and we can see that it's quite expensive. So with the $700 from this fundraiser, if Saiklod were to buy them new, he would only be able to buy about 8 units. Therefore, if he makes them by hand, also with the monks in his area, they can make 30 to 40 units at a much lower cost. So here in the United States, we would use a rocket stove recreationally, like for camping, but you can see the benefit of how these could be used in places where gas is expensive to run in a home, and this could be a great alternative to cooking. This is showing how food can be cooked using a rocket stove. So I just wanted to show you again exactly what the rocket stoves will look like once Saiklod has used the funds from this fundraiser to create them. So this is what your money will be going toward, and this will be the result. So these rocket stoves are going to be of great benefit once Saiklod is able to create them, teach people about them, and distribute them to his local Thai community. In closing, I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video and read through our GoFundMe and fundraiser, and whatever amount that you can donate would be greatly appreciated. You will receive project updates along the way via pictures, and I'm going to post on Instagram, Facebook. I'm going to document exactly like what Saiklod is doing with the rocket stoves, how he's making them and teaching others. So again, any amount would be greatly appreciated to make these rocket stoves happen. Thank you so much again, and take care.